The thief was just about to open the suitcase when he suddenly heard footsteps. He had no choice but to crawl under the bed, only to discover someone else was already hiding there. The thief never expected to run into a fellow criminal, but this man wasn't actually a thief. He was the landlord of the house. His beloved pet snake had escaped, and he'd seen it slither into his tenant's room. Just as the landlord crawled under the bed to find his snake, he watched two female tenants walk in. The next second, they started changing clothes. The landlord was terrified the women would think he was a pervert, so he stayed hidden under the bed. He finally waited for the tenants to leave and was about to come out when he saw someone else entering, so he had to crawl back under. Meanwhile, the thief heard someone coming in and quickly dove under the bed too. The landlord wanted to call the police right then and there, but the thief stopped him. The thief said if the landlord called the cops now, they'd both be accomplices. After hearing this, the landlord decided to let the thief slide for now, so the two of them waited silently under the bed. What they didn't expect was, the two female tenants ended up chatting for over 4 hours. The two men under the bed looked miserable. When they looked up and saw the women's fried chicken, they instantly started drooling. At that moment, the thief reached into his pocket. When the landlord saw him pull out a chocolate bar, he immediately begged the thief to share a piece. The thief handed it right over. Even though the landlord took the thief's chocolate, he still said sternly he wouldn't let him off the hook. At this point, their relationship became increasingly complicated. After another 4 hours, both men were completely drained, but the female tenants were still chatting excitedly. They even started playing guessing games. The two men under the bed joined in and said whoever lost would get flicked on the forehead. They got completely absorbed in the game. When the women revealed the answer, the landlord happily said he'd guessed right, but only gave the thief a gentle tap on the forehead. Soon after, the landlord couldn't hold it anymore. His bladder was about to burst, so the thief used his lighter to distract the women, then quickly stole a drink bottle. The landlord had just breathed a sigh of relief when his pet snake suddenly lunged at them. Both men screamed in terror, and that's what finally gave them away. In the end, the thief was arrested by police. Before leaving, the thief said, when the landlord gently tapped his forehead, he'd already considered him a brother. They had formed a deep friendship. The landlord was deeply moved, and they became sworn brothers.